our secret location. And who am I with? Two of the hot young stars currently shooting here, Keira Knightley and Orlando Bloom. Thank you for joining us for breakfast this morning. It's very nice. Pirates, breakfast. What would you think, Keira?
Oh, good question. Rum.
Yeah,
a lot of rum.
A quart of rum,
yeah. And probably not much else.
You two seem to enjoy each other's companies very much. How nice is it to have the gang back together for these sequels?
It's great.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. Well, we had a good time the first time round, and so we're back together, all of us. It's all the same faces, so you know, we all know how we are at different times of the day, and we all get along with it.
Exactly.
Do you know there's certain rules, like, you know, if it's been a late, tough day, certain things you'll do vis-a-vis our friend in the other chair?
Well, I mean, obviously he's the biggest diva ever, so I just don't talk to him very much, you know, but apart from that, it's fine.
10 yards, 10 yards.
Exactly, keep your distance, and it's all right.
The place would be my judgment to make a character in this movie because of how onerous it can be in here. What added challenges does this place add for you?
We've just come down this tiny little river. It's a mangrove river, and its locations are often very difficult. It can prove to be very time-consuming, aside from anything else.
And you're not just waiting; you're waiting in pretty intense heat.
Yeah, I mean, it does make it difficult, and you know, stuff like leather jackets, and you've got big boots on, and all the rest of it. And by the end of the day, you can wring out the clothes.
First movie, 300 million domestic. Big surprise to a lot of people. Now it's taken on a whole myth of its own. Why do you think the first movie, Orlando, was successful?
I think, you know, it was such great family entertainment, and it was a smart movie for a family movie, and I think the writers have kind of done it again. They've come up with something bigger and better for the next two movies. Yeah. They had to sort of top the skeletal pirate thing, and I think they've really managed it with the next two, haven't they?
Yeah, don't give anything away.
No.
You got to give me a little something. I've been getting eaten by bugs today, like I was what was on the menu.
I'm dressed as a boy, so that's something.
This is a costume / maybe disguise, and maybe there's a little different action. For you, give me a little something about your character as it develops, what you think is cool.
Will kind of just, he comes of age a bit more, I suppose, in this movie. Obviously, the relationship between us, it's sort of like that.
It gets really interesting.
Yes.
Shall we say?
Yes. And
one of those words that says everything and nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly what we're supposed to be being briefed to do.
Yes.
Tell them everything without saying anything at all.
You're not just doing one movie, you're doing two. Very big challenge. Other than The Matrix and the Lord of the Rings series, not a lot of people shoot two movies at once. Orlando, give me a little perspective on what the extra challenge is.
When you're shooting two movies and they're all out of sequence, and you could be shooting a scene from the first movie in the morning, and then they might plug something in from the third movie, which is what they're beginning to do on this one.
They are, yeah.
It starts to get a little bit confusing.
We're going to do a scene from Pirates 3 either tomorrow or the next day, and we hadn't read the script. I only got given the script for Pirates 3 last night. Yeah, it's so exciting. But so I didn't know what scene I was coming back to shoot, or what the storyline was, or anything, and then it gets kind of a little bit scary.
It's good though,
but
isn't it?
It's exciting. Yeah, it is. Sorry.
You're doing it. You're doing everything, but I'm getting nothing. Your boy Johnny plays his character, Jack Sparrow. He has said, I was going for part Keith Richards and part Pepe Le Pew.
Right.
I'm actually feeling rather good about this. I think we've all arrived at a very special place, eh?
The Pepe Le Pew, did you pick up on that? You don't even know what Pepe Le Pew is. I'm showing my age. Pepe Le Pew was this skunk who was one of Bugs Bunny's boys who loved the ladies. The slap of love.
Well, there we go.
Yes, you can see it.
It's the genius of Johnny.
Two last questions. Biggest challenge and thing you're most excited about?
Biggest challenge, I have a sword fight with two swords, which has been biggest challenge, but also the thing that I'm most excited about, because it's fantastic.
So you're holding two?
I've got two. Yeah. I was well impressed with myself.
Of course you were.
Oh yes.
And you, sir?
I think fighting this kraken. There's a sequence with a kraken, which is a big squid. And some other things. Was that too much information?
That was too much. You see, we were doing so well.
Finally got something.
The inside of the
So what do you tell the people who are going to watch why they should be excited to watch this movie?
Bigger and better.
Exactly. Bigger and better.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest is going to row into theaters in the summer of 2006. It's directed by Gore Verbinski, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer for Disney, the parent company of ABC News.